Hello, everyone. I woke up this morning to an email from Pinterest that said my account had been reactivated because yesterday they deactivated it. No reason was given. They said that they detected activity that could have violated their spam policies. I didn't do anything, all right? And the only thing that I can think of is that I went in the morning and I saved a bunch of pins like very quickly. And I think that probably was what happened, but I don't know because they don't tell you why. Now, my account was reactivated because I appealed it and I said I didn't do anything, and they actually had a human look at it and they said, "You didn't do anything. Here's your account back. Sorry." They don't tell you why, and this is perfectly within Pinterest activities. This is normal for them. It's not unusual because I have a Pinterest class and we've gone through this before. When people start in my Pinterest class, I say, don't go crazy. Don't go in there and just load up a new account with tons and tons of pins right away, because that will trigger something that they think you're a spammer. So I tell people to start like real slow and kind of work your way up over a couple of weeks, because a lot of people will go in there and pin 20 to 30 pins a day, which is excessive, I think. But that's what they do. And if Pinterest knows that that's what you're doing, it kind of has that activity as a history and they know that that's your normal activity. So they don't think anything strange about it. But if you do something that's different from what you normally do, that can trigger an algorithm. Now we have to remember that algorithms are just computer programs. They don't think for themselves. They just say, if this happens, then that happens. And if Pinterest changes something in their algorithm to be more sensitive to that, then that could get your account shut down. Now, in the Pinterest class, I did put a section in there about what to do if your Pinterest account is shut down. But this made me think about what if your Etsy account was shut down, or your Instagram or your Facebook. And I do know people who have been kicked off of Facebook because they were running giveaways in the wrong way and they weren't putting the correct legal language in or whatever it was. So it's possible that you can get kicked off of any platform regardless of what it is. And that's why you need your own website. So even if you're not at the point where you're thinking, I want to do this business full time, if you're just trying it out, starting on Etsy, you still need to go over and register a domain name that is related to your business. If you can't get your actual business name, then that's something to look into also, because that could be trademarked or copyrighted by someone else. And then eventually, if you build your business up, you might have to change your business name if you can't register it. So make sure that everything is in place as far as getting your own domain name. And that would be like your website link. So I have acaketoRemember.com. That's my website. And I have a bunch of other blogs that all have their own domain names. And you don't have to use a domain name. You can just register it and let it sit there. And that's fine too, because then it kind of gets a little age on it. It's all right. But you don't have to use it right away, but you do need it. All right, so go over right now before you, even if you don't have a website, if you don't have any idea about having a website, just to be on the safe side, you need to go and register a domain name just so that you have that there. The other thing is that you need to think about why you're using these platforms. Okay, for me, Pinterest, because I thought about this a lot yesterday, because it's possible that they might not have reactivated my account. I'd have no control over that because it's not my platform. And this is why I say people need a website, because you have control. No one's going to deactivate your website unless you're doing something super spammy and you're violating all kinds of laws with that kind of thing. But you need your own website because you control that. You need a mailing list for your customers because you control that. You don't control Etsy. You don't control Facebook. You don't control Pinterest. You don't control TikTok. You don't control Instagram. And there is a new TikTok class in my classes also. You should go over and check that out. I'll put the link in the description, just as an aside. But you don't control those things, and it's possible that you will get kicked off for something that they think you did, or something that you did without understanding that you shouldn't have been doing that, like my friend with the giveaways, So just plan on getting your own website, because it's better to get a website now. Just get something set up, even if it's just for now a WordPress website that's free and you don't have to do anything with it, but you have it sitting there. And then it redirects people to your Etsy shop to shop. It's good to have that online, and it gives Google a little information about your website and your business, and it gives you another footprint on the internet. And as I was thinking about this yesterday, with the possibility that my Pinterest account could be completely gone, which I didn't really think that was going to happen, because Pinterest tends to do this a lot. They will deactivate and then reactivate accounts pretty quickly if you appeal it. As long as you're not doing anything that's against their rules, then there's no reason why they wouldn't. But you have to assume that it will happen, but it might not. And if they had not reactivated my account, or if in the future they deactivate it for some reason that they decide to do, that's their decision. I don't have any control over that. But you have to think, why are you using these platforms? For me, Pinterest is a way to get traffic to my website, because I try not to send people to Etsy from my social media at all. But it's also a way to get into Google search. Google indexes Pinterest images, and it doesn't index the idea pins yet, as far as I know. But it does index the pictures. And so when you're searching on Google, you'll see actual boards come up in Google searches. And you'll also see the pictures from Pinterest on Google Images. So it's just another footprint on Google. It's another way to get traffic to your site. And it did give me an idea about how to use my website to get that traffic directly to my site, as opposed to sending people to Google first. To Pinterest first. So in a way, it was a good thing, because it forced me to kind of think outside the box. Like, I had to think, what would happen if I didn't have this account? How would I get that traffic to my shop from Google without using Pinterest? And now I have a couple ideas. I'll be going over that in my SEO club for websites once I kind of flesh it out. But it's something that you need to think about. Why are you using the platform? Do you want to just get followers? No. You want to get people to whatever site you're selling from so that they will buy from you. So think about it, give it a little thought, but go register a domain name. Even if you don't have a website, just do it, get your business locked in, because there's nothing illegal about taking someone else's business name and registering that domain. That is something that I've actually seen done. There's a company that sells the same kind of thing that I sell, and someone else who's a competitor has registered their business name. So whenever you type their business name into the web browser and say .com at the end, it takes you to their competitor's website. There's nothing illegal about that. So you need to get your business name registered before someone else does it for you. That's it for today. Leave me any questions, and I will talk to you later.